What's going on, guys? GT Guy here, and today I'm going to be unboxing my brand new RTX 5070, and just because I needed to get them, these PCA cables from Corsair, because I know it's a given when you have a semi-modular power supply, but you don't throw away the modular cords you don't use when you first get the power supply, or else you're fucked and gotta spend $40, including shipping and taxes and shit. But I needed another one since I only had the one. It's a 4060 Ti I had before, only just had an 8-pin. Shit, I forgot my knife. It's over here. I can grab it without pausing the video if I don't fucking push it away on accident. Okay. But yeah, so the original intent, because I thought I was just getting one, was to use the one I was already using, plus the one I ordered. But since it's two, and I've heard horror stories about the adapter and just the connector, this storage belt line melting and stuff, the connector that this GPU has. So I feel like it's safer, since I have two brand new ones, to use the two brand new ones, because I've used for like at least like 2 years. I've used the other one. I probably would be fine, but just since I have the other two, actually let's do this one first. I mean, there's not much to it. It's not the start of the show, so. See if I can do this one-handed. Yep, I got it. Okay. There's not much to it, but just because I had to get them, and I had them, I actually have a story about these. So I ordered these like 2 weeks ago, and then UPS told me it was delivered last Thursday. And I come to see a huge fucking box. And I was like, why the fuck is the box so big? They sent me a fucking Titan X cooler the first time. And I had to talk to them. At least this one came quicker before I got the graphics card, which is the whole thing, is I wanted to order this ahead of time. So when I got the graphics card, I didn't have to wait to use it. But yeah, they sent me a fucking Titan X cooler. Titan X cooler. And I was just like, I ordered a cable. How do you fuck up that badly? Of all things to fuck up. Okay, my hand's blocking the thing. Sorry, I hit the fucking volume key. My hand's in front of it again. Ow! Why did I cut towards myself like a fucking idiot? I'm fine. It didn't puncture, just hit it. Damn it, hit the fucking volume key again. Sorry. Let me just... Okay. Pull the tabs out. Trying to do it without needing to put the camera down again. I should really get a tripod, but on a carpet floor, I need one that works. Not an unbox shit normally enough to really need one. Got it. Lord. Nice, it does have the adapter. I knew I saw it, but Or I knew it came with one. I saw when I was looking at it, but it's good to know. What? No. Yeah, it's good to know for sure that it's there. This is actually the biggest graphics card I've had. I've only had 2 fan graphics cards. This one should like barely fit in my case. Hopefully. Let me sit you guys down real quick. Okay. Oh yeah, peels. Of course. Why wouldn't we? Yeah, what's the best angle to pull this off at? Here's... Damn it, that wasn't an peel. I did it close enough so you can hear it. Okay. Shit, this shit is sticky as shit. Alright. There, peels on the things. I've seen some of that. There's a peel right here. That was a good one, but that was because it was small. Now, is there a peel on the top? Yeah. And lastly, it's usually one on the IO shield. Yeah. Let's take all the peels. Let me look around for sure, because that wouldn't be good if I missed. Hey. Although the 3050 I used to have, I never realized there was one on the IO shield. I never took it off. But yeah, there isn't one. Okay. So let's take the thing off. And then pull these things out. And then set these to the side. So I gotta open up the adapter because I don't have a newer power supply. That's why I got the 2 PCIe cables. So like I said, I needed 2 for the adapter. Let me just cut this open real quick, and I'll pick you guys back up. Alright. I'm not gonna fuck with that. I don't know if that's. I think that's supposed to stay on there. Yeah, I don't think. Well, I can just go ahead and look. So there's not really much else I gotta do here. Just gotta plug these cables in and put the graphics card in and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and I'll show you guys the finished product. Then we get into the benchmarks, which a lot of the games I do own, but some of them, oh shit, didn't leave a mark when I accidentally hit myself with a knife. But yeah, a lot of the games I do own, but some games I don't yet, and I still have the high C's, and I'm not gonna say which ones those are, but some of those I still have the high C's just for the intent of testing them. When I actually play them, they'll be legitimately bought, but I'm not gonna say which ones they are, and you didn't hear that from me, so I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, so here we're starting off with Red Dead 2. As you see, right around Valentine's, I've heard Valentine and Saint Denis are pretty intensive, and you can see it's mostly above 60 FPS, but sometimes it does drop below 60. I think it does it more near Saint Denis, but like riding around Saint Denis and then over to the Shady Belle. She drops below 50 sometimes, but I'm also realizing I actually completely forgot to show the settings I was running at. And also, don't mind that it's like gray and washed out. I have HDR on, and for some reason, even though I have the game capture source in OBS set for HDR, it just looks washed out when I record for some reason. But yeah, I'm basically running at Ultra, except it's like a custom Ultra. Everything's at Ultra except for the water physics quality, which is like slider thing, is only up like 1 bump. And then I have 2x water reflection MSAA, and then tree tessellation is off. I also have the DLSS overridden through the NVIDIA app, so I also have DLAA here. You can see, I accidentally got one. I tried to grapple him, but grappling and what did I say? Grappling and stealing a wagon on the same button. So it was just terrible RNG that the wagon came up right when I went to grapple him.
Mister, I ain't playing around. Stay away from me.
Just keep away. You just keep away.
I didn't ask for this.
like you to move.
Oh, Seigneur, you get away from me. No.
What's
Take a
damn
pamphlet,
hold up?
please. I want you to be safe.
Ye up!
It feels like somebody's
Get down from there.
How's that right?
He ain't all there in the head. That
Enjoy
one.
your... Hey! Move it!
Do you want to be safe? The answer is Angelonianism.
Ain't been too many federals come through. But I got some horses. Show me what you made of! Okay, right there. Nice and immediate. Oh, good.
God bless you, mister.
What you got, boy? Anyone here? You trespassing on Lemoyne Terrace. Oh.
Okay, next we have the Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster, which I have on the highest settings. And TAA, which it can run it at DLAA, but I ran a test benchmark first before I recorded it. And I had it on DLAA at first. And there were some points where it got up to 11 gigs of VRAM being used. So, just to give it a little headroom, I kept it on TAA. Just so that, because obviously it uses more video memory to record it. And it was already hitting 11 gigs without recording. So I put it on TAA just to have that extra headroom. Because I think it might still hit 11 gigabytes during this test. It especially hits 11 gigabytes when it hits that, when it goes like through an archway into where there's a lot of people. Let's see if I can spot it. But yeah, so I think it still hits 11 gigs during this benchmark, but that's with the recording, and without the recording on DLAA, it hit 11 gigs.
So that means I didn't really have much headroom to yeah, it does hit 11 gigs in the area I was talking about because there's so many people. So it would have a problem when I got to that area if I kept it on DLAA. So I dropped it to TAA for that extra headroom.
I've got all the best goods here.
Only the finest goods. Well, see for yourself.
Now here we have Horizon Forbidden West, which I think, let me see if I remember correctly. I think I did keep DLAA on this one. Let's see. I don't have HDR on for some reason. Maybe I turned that on right here. No, I don't have it on. But I have DLAA on with no frame generation or anything. And in the highest settings. Except for like motion blur and stuff. That's the only thing that really changed. Yeah, depth of field, bloom, motion blur, strength, vignette, radial blur, chromatic aberration. But this one, I didn't need to worry about the headroom because as you can see, it doesn't even hit 10 gigs of VRAM, much less 11. And that's recording it too. It still doesn't stay above 60 the whole time, but it runs very well, and I can keep it on DLAA for this one.
No more ammo.
It's a dead machine. It must be a bristleback. But it must be chain scraping. Jaruf said I could get my bow upgraded in there. Might be able to tinker with my other gear, too.
And now we have Spider-Man 2, which is a port that is incredibly unoptimized. It's also HDR, so OBS is being a bitch. But it's incredibly unoptimized and is a terrible port. Because this is the third time trying to get this benchmark. I had to uninstall and reinstall it 3 fucking times. Because it'd be fine when I first started it after it was installed. I'd let it compile the shaders and go turn on ray tracing and let it compile the ray tracing shaders. And then I'd set the settings and then I'd test other games and come back to test this one. And the audio would like cut in and out, would like stutter. It was like the game was fine, but for some reason it just stuttered. But now I relented. I think I was trying to not use frame generation, but I ended up relenting. So this is another one that makes use of multi-frame generation. So I have 3x frame generation on this, and I have ray tracing. And as you can see, it hits 11 gigs. It hits 11 gigs in this benchmark. But after I did this benchmark, I messed up the settings a little more. This game is very VRAM heavy. Like even at 1080p with no ray tracing, it still uses like 9 gigs of VRAM. And yeah, Nvidia still makes 8GB GPUs because they love fucking their customers. So I made sure to steer clear of that. No 5060 or an 8GB 5060 Ti. None of that shit. Yeah, 5070. But anyway, yeah. I messed with the settings a little more to get it to where it stayed around 9 to 10 gigs of VRAM usage. That way I have a little more headroom for when I stream it and shit. Yeah, this game is,
Anyone see some robbers who are looking to lose
I
a
waited a
fight?
couple months after it came out because I knew it was going to be bad. It didn't let you pre-order it. It didn't let you pre-order it. They didn't say anything until it came out. After they said you could wishlist it. I knew it wasn't going to be a good port. But yeah.
One another?
But the game still, I waited a couple months after it came out and the game still isn't that good of a spot. And when was the last update for it? Patch? It was a hot fix
Did you guys
on
know that the bags
May
back here
28th
don't
and
have
it's
big
now
signs on
October.
them? I know. I was disappointed.
And this game is still not in that good of a state. Not that good of a state to go that long without a patch. And the last main patch, that was just a hot fix that came out in May. The last main patch, what was that? That was still May. It was a couple days after May, but still. The game should not have gone this long without another patch in this state. But yeah, so.
This is a joke. Fucking
Okay, now let's get into a game where I use multi-frame generation. This is Cyberpunk, where I forgot. Looks like I forgot to show the settings. It's high settings with I think the crowd density. I think. Oh no, I do show the settings. Okay. So you see, I have the transformer model of DLSS, of HDR, so video doesn't look good because OBS is a bitch when I'm recording, I guess. I have it on quality DLSS, which I have on performance before, and frame generation on 4 times, which obviously since I didn't have a 50 series card, medium crowd density, that's what I was looking for, and 4 anisotropy, which I think is not what the high preset is, but yeah. So
Yeah, this is it. Come on,
yeah, obviously I didn't have a 50 series card, so I had it on 2x frame generation on my 4060 Ti, and judging by the fact that it's at over 100 FPS, I might not need to have it on full 4x, but just as an excuse to actually use what my graphics card supports. But obviously I also have path tracing on too. But
Vicky,
5070 gave me headroom to put it on quality DLSS instead of performance.
Good to see you
And
too, V.
actually, it actually gives me headroom to put it on DLAA
Need some
as long as I'm not recording. You see that I have it on quality here. I had it at 70
Quit crying,
FPS when I played through the
Chair,
I played
please.
through the Sandra Dorset rescue mission from the scavengers first, so I could get like outside. Just it's obviously, since you see more of the world in third person driving, it's more demanding to do. So I wanted to get that. And obviously, I'm indoors mostly, except for when I go out to the terrace to give Sandra the thing. And honestly, it's just I can do what I want on the way to Vix. Unlike when Jackie's driving me back to my apartment.
Mark 1, like I said.
But yeah,
Decent.
I had it on DLAA while I was doing that. It had 70 FPS with 4S frame generation. As soon as I hit record, that bitch dropped down to 20 FPS, and with 4S frame generation, that means the responsiveness of 5 FPS.
Right here.
So it's like, yeah, just drop that down to quality. But
Just like that. Thanks.
still, it looks a lot better than it did earlier in my playthrough. Earlier in my current playthrough, that I need to get back to where I was because I lost my save file and I was playing.
See the magic in
I have it
action.
through GOG.
Linking you in.
And I was playing through as in a non.
You might feel a little discomfort at first.
With
Poor
the game's,
vision, low
game itself,
contrast, glitches.
Game itself, EXE. So, it broke the cloud saving.
Well, how's it look? Feel all right to you?
At least I think, because I don't have it where it was, but whatever.
It might.
I'm just kind of rambling now, but yeah, it still looks. Honestly, it looked good on my 4060 Ti, even having it on performance, which does help. The transformer model of DLSS does help with that, but it still looks a lot better here.
Thanks again.
And once you hit the big leagues, don't forget where you came from.
Heart chakra looks a little out of whack, babe. I can release it for you, but you'd have to watch out for negative energy fields and avoid mean reds.
V, yo, listen up. I talked to Dex while you were in with the doc. He's waiting in his ride. For you. Ain't but a hop to where he's parked. Next to Gramsci Burgers.
Okay, do my best to talk us up.
V, listen. I've got this delicate matter. That's why I called you. The number of cyber psycho attacks in the city is on the rise. Now that's probably not news to you, but this issue matters to me for a few reasons. There are people who say cyber psychosis can be treated.
Right.
And I know exactly how that sounds, but I believe even an unproven therapy is still better than a bullet to the brain. If I get a tip about a possible attack, I'll give you a call. Maybe you can investigate before Max Tack hits the scene. But remember, you're not there to execute anybody. Try to incapacitate the attacker, and I'll send someone to pick him up. I hope that's all clear.
Save me!
You fucking kill me!
Okay, now we have. Sorry about that. Now we have The Last of Us Part 1, which I'm running on Ultra with the DLSS overridden, so it's DLAA. And this is a game, along with The Last of Us Part 2, that I'd like to replay. Part 1 first, just Part 2 I just beat on PS5 a little bit ago. But when I do play Part 2 again, instead of being on PC. Yeah. So many settings. The Last of Us Part 2 menu has a lot less settings. There's a lot less to get to. But yeah, so I have DLA on this. Part 2 doesn't matter. It has DLAA in the game, but they never updated the DLSS in here. It doesn't even allow you to use frame generation unless you're using FSR. I'm just trying to talk to fill in space. So, the DLA, it actually uses a lot of your memory when you use DLAA. For sure to get that up there.
Yeah. Sounded pretty far away though.
But it's on the bottom side of 11 gigs, so it doesn't really worry me. And you still have it 60 to 80 FPS. You're in downtown, so it could be different in different parts of the game, just like every other game. If I know a place is intensive, I want to try to test it in that place.
Yes.
Like with Red Dead 2, how I tested it in Valentine and Saint Denis, since I know those places were intensive. But yeah.
It's been ripped apart. Body's pretty fresh.
Is that bad?
Yeah, it might be. Let's not stick around.
God damn it. Clicker.
Jeez. What's wrong with its face?
30 years of infection will do to you.
So what, are they blind?
Sort of. They see you as sound.
Like bats?
If you hear one clicking, you gotta hide. That's how they spy.
Whole building feels like it's about to fall apart. Watch your head.
Everything is totally cool.
Give me a hand with this.
You alright?
It's nothing.
Let's search for supplies.
Okay, now we have Black Myth Wukong, and notoriously kind of hard to run game. It's more of the stutter that that's a problem. But well, speaking of the stutter, that's why I have frame generation on, because if I having a DLSS on the performance with no frame gen, it actually runs at a pretty good frame rate. But the stutters, well, you know the stutters. And the game, this is with the most recent patch that came out on October 16th that did stuff like improve CPU and rendering performance in numerous scenarios, improve memory usage in numerous scenarios, improve the quality of, well, I don't have motion blur on, but it improves some stuff, so it does have that, but it's Unreal Engine 5, so it still stutters a lot. And I'm also realizing that MSI Afterburner for some reason overlaid didn't record, but it was pretty good. As you can see, it has some heavy stutters, but besides that, it runs pretty well. And this is actually my best attempt yet at this guy. You will see that I didn't end up beating him, but normally, if you saw the last time I played this, I always ended up having to transform to beat him on this first level. But this time I actually managed to beat him without having to do that. Still ended up dying on the second one, but it was the best attempt. I got him down to half health once on the second phase. Yeah, I am gonna put this back up now. I've got it on really good settings now too. Running at medium. It was at medium settings with medium ray tracing before, and now this is I can actually say since I played it, the frame generation has been better. I remember frame generation didn't really help much a while ago. The frame generation really helped this time. But yeah, now I've got it on high settings, very high ray tracing. As you can see, it's running pretty well.
Denying means. You have forced my hand. Now you shall face what I truly am. charge you far impossible.
Okay, so now we have Mafia: The Old Country, which is an HDR game, so fucking OBS. It's weird because it doesn't do this when I'm streaming. And I know I have the settings different for when I'm streaming, but still.
I stole it.
Anyway, have it on high settings. The only reason it doesn't say high settings with unlimited FPS on cutscenes and gameplay.
What happened at the
and it only says custom because I'm using DLSS instead of TSR. But I should run it in quality DLSS with no frame generation. Whereas when I first started playing on my 4060 Ti, had to have it on performance DLSS and frame generation just for a little extra headroom to keep it above 60 FPS.
Doesn't come for free. Whatever it is,
and this game is,
I can do it.
Well, it's Unreal Engine 5, so it's pretty badly optimized.
Is that where we're going? A little different to call it Zolfo, no? Don't
but it runs well here, luckily. Once we get to the actual play,
eventually,
I think it's like called a manor. But once we get there and get all the foliage and the trees and stuff, that does drop the FPS. As you can see, it's just dropped to about 50. But
along with his family.
But it doesn't drop below 50 that much.
Just like you and me.
Which, in my book, is a great success. So.
It was nothing. Just a surprise visit. Damiano Bastoni.
Il Mello? What was he thinking?
Oh, he wasn't. The Don straightened him out.
Who's your friend?
Enzo. New pair of hands. Stables are this way. Gaspare will look after your horse while you're here. Ciao, Gaspare.
You left early, in a rush. Something happened out there?
Everything's fine. Just a few unexpected visitors. Now, you need to get some rest. I'll show you where you can stay. Thank you. Don't thank me yet. Workers drift. Some stay there season. We let them back up. I'll leave you there alone. But don't go poking around or you'll find yourself in trouble. Where are you going? Aren't you tired?
I saw their truck coming. Those was the damn raid.
You spadados, man. Hard to get about this house. But still, keep an eye out for trouble. I'll find out what happened.
Room's just in here.
This timing.
Who are you waiting for?
Okay, now here we have the Silent Hill 2 remake, which I do plan on playing, but not right now. But I do want to play it. So you see, I have ray tracing on, which I think it's ray tracing no matter what. Just if you don't have it on, it's software ray tracing or not hardware. But you see, I have it on high settings, and I think I have DLSS on. But I didn't notice it. I think I have it on quality or performance. I don't remember. You saw it. Yeah, as you can see, it's Unreal Engine 5, so you still got some stutter, but it's running pretty good. And it's also, so you have HDR on, so it's a little gray, I think. Or maybe I don't have HDR on. I don't know. It's just, it seems like every HDR video I HDR game I play, despite the source being set up for HDR. It's gray and washed out and shit, but yeah. So.
It's like someone's groping around my skull.
Now we have the Dead Space remake, yet another game with HDR, some HD and OBS in the bitch. As you can see, you have DLSS on quality, and if I remember correctly, I used DLSS swapper to swap it to the most recent DLSS.
Pulse rifles?
Standard procedure.
But
We'll register them.
yeah, as far as I know, this game didn't get many patches.
Ship must have heard that landing.
And
Proud, Chen.
it runs fine, mostly. I think
You're off in about the first.
it runs fine mostly, but it still has that problem of like newer areas stuttering and shit. But it seems fine enough to if I end up wanting to play this, it should be good.
At least we didn't take out the sign.
It holds the record for the highest number of planet cracks, with 34 today, and highest dead weight of refined product at 14 trillion kilotons and counting.
May as well get signed in.
Whether you'll be joining us aboard the Explorer or strengthening the extraction workforce on the colony, Captain Matthias and his crew welcome you to you. Concordance Extraction Corporation, powering humanity into the future.
Isaac, come sync your rig.
Welcome, Isaac Clarke, to the USG Ishimura. Rig synced. Collect kinesis and stasis modules from Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple. Location? Error. Employee not found.
I can't reach security.
Same for the chief engineer. What is wrong with their comms?
Someone left in a hurry.
Where's the security detail? Where's anybody?
There's nothing logged. No duty roster, no power to the elevator.
For God's sake. That security console's still working. Isaac, get a damage report. I'm done playing around. What have you got, Isaac?
Shit. It's not just comms or the guidance system. Half the Ishimura's in the red. Engines, hull, the trams.
Could do that kind of damage to a planet cracker.
Okay, got us some power. Ventilation's up. Power to the elevator should be next.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine activated.
Another malfunction?
No. The quarantine systems are all fine.
Oh, wait. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, man.
Take it easy. Daniels, get those elevators running.
There's something in here.
Up there!
Oh, God! Kid! No! Daniels, get the doors open! Get out of there! Hands from the door!
Oh my god, Isaac. You made it.
Just. They're everywhere. Shen, is he,
He's gone. Nothing I can do. What the fuck are these things?
The ones I saw? Some of them were wearing Ishimura uniforms.
They're the crew? How the hell can they be the crew? Look at them.
We need to get to the bridge. There's 1,000 people on board. Someone will be there.
We can't. The tram system's wrecked. Everything's locked down because of the quarantine.
And you're both repair techs, so how do we do this?
There's a broken tram car blocking the tunnel. It's gridlocked the system, and the data board's burned out. I can't lift the lockdown or call the tram until we get a spare from the maintenance bay. But it's all on Isaac's side of the quarantine.
I'll handle it. Just make sure there's power to the repair systems.
And Isaac?
Yeah?
I'm sure Nicole's okay. She's the doctor, right? She'll do the smart thing.
Yeah. Yeah, she always does. Find somewhere safe. I'll be back soon.
Now we have God of War 2018, which I was actually really happy to see that I could finally run it at full ultra settings when I did this. You'll see that I have it set to like full ultra, not just ultra preset. I have the thing set to ultra plus. I think it doesn't set to ultra plus if you set it to ultra. I also have it overridden with DLAA too, which I was really happy to see still kept it, or I could still run it with a great frame rate. Because at first like I couldn't run it at high without DLSS, and that DLSS, and then I couldn't run it at ultra on my 4060 Ti without DLSS, but full ultra like it is here without DLSS. And now I can run it at full ultra with the DLSS overridden for DLAA, and it still runs very well.
Found some.
Get in the boat, boy.
Still want me to tie it to the boat?
Boy. That is enough.
Father?
What?
Did something change? The forest feels different.
Everything is different, boy. Try not to dwell on it.
Yes, sir.
that was the last.
Oh, there do I see my mother. Oh, there do I see my father. Oh, there do they call to me. 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 She's ready.
Find your way home. You are free. I'm sorry. Squeeze. This knife. It was hers. Now it is yours. She told you don't.
What she knew.
Show me.
Now?
Now.
What are we hunting?
You are hunting deer.
Which way?
In the direction of deer.
Okay, this way.
Now we have Forza Horizon 5, which is running at the fully highest settings. Not even just, I don't know why the frame rate So I unlocked that before I tried to do this, and it went back to 120 for some reason. But have delay AA on with no frame generation, and I have it at the fully highest settings. So even extreme, like you have ultra and extreme preset still isn't fully the highest. But I have it on the full highest settings now, and it runs just fine. Even at the fairgrounds area where there's a lot of people, obviously I'm pretty sure it runs at higher FPS outside of that area. But even in the fairground area with all the people there, it still runs completely fine.
Just here to introduce myself. My name's Isabel. I'm the host of the new Horizon Wave station here at the festival. Now look, I'm biased, but I think synthwave is the coolest microgenre of music around, and it's great to drive to. So I hope you'll come and check us out. I promise lots of chill lo-fi beats and wholesome stories about my cats Maple and Luna. Okay, that's what I think. See.
Arrived at your destination. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Arrived at your destination.
Okay, now here we have Elden Ring, which I am gonna eventually play again. I know I did the one episode for anyone who saw it and then just privated it because it wasn't that good. I attempted to play it while high, and this is not a game that you want to try to play when high. So, and Zeus, I have it on maximum settings with maximum ray tracing. Although it says custom because I have motion blur and depth of field off. But I have it on that. And I just let the 60 FPS cap in place. Because like, you see it still stutters a little bit with the 60 FPS cap. It doesn't stay at 60 FPS the whole time. But what was I saying? Yeah, I let the 60 FPS cap in place because with my 4060 Ti that I had before this, when I tested the game, it seemed to stutter a lot more when I unlocked the FPS. So I just said screw it and left it as it was. You can see it's still running below 60 FPS right here. It's not even hitting. I went back down to it, but it's not even staying at the cap. So it might go above 60 FPS if I uncapped it, but it should stutter more too. That's what it seems like. It stuttered a lot. What was I saying? It stuttered a lot on 4060 Ti with the cap off, and then I put the cap back on. And while it didn't say the cap there either, it stayed at it stuttered less. So.
Hello,
okay, now we have Portal with RTX, which I want to keep.
Brief detention in the
It was a game that
has been a pleasant one. Your specimen
I want to
has been
test every time
processed,
because
and we are now ready
it's
to
still
begin
pretty
the test proper.
demanding. Even
Before we start, however,
every time I
keep in
upgrade
mind
it,
that although fun, and
every
learning
time I
are the
upgrade
primary
my
goals
graphics
of all
card,
enrichment
it's
center
still really
activities,
demanding.
serious injuries may occur. For your
3050, 4060, and
safety
4060
and others, please
Ti.
refrain
All three of
from
those graphics cards I had to have it on ultra performance
The portal
DLSS.
will open in 3, 2,
This I finally
1.
can have thanks to multi-frame generation. As you saw, I had 3x frame generation. Thanks to multi-frame generation, I could have it on quality for the first time. The game's still very, very intensive to run. Even as we get more graphics cards, we'll hit the series.
Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test. First, however, note the incandescent particle field across the exit. This aperture science material emancipation grid will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance, the aperture science weighted storage cube. Please place the weighted storage cube on the 1500 megawatt aperture science heavy duty super colliding super button. Perfect. Please move quickly to the chamber lock, as the effects of prolonged exposure to the button are not part of this test. You're doing very well. Please be advised that a noticeable taste of blood is not part of any test protocol, but is an unintended side effect of the aperture science material emancipation grip, which may, in semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth. Very good. You are now in possession of the Aperture Science handheld portal device. With it, you can create your own portals. These intradimensional gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not submerge the device in liquid, even partially. Most importantly, under no circumstances should you... Please proceed to the chamber lock. Mind the gap. Well done. Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested. Welcome to Test Chamber 4. You're doing quite well. Once again, excellent work. As part of our required test protocol, we will not monitor the next test chamber. You will be entirely on your own. Good luck. As part of a required test protocol, our previous statement suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication. Good job. As part of a required test protocol, we will stop enhancing the truth in 3, 2, While safety is one of many Enrichment Center goals, the Aperture Science high-energy pellet seen to the left of the chamber can and has caused permanent disabilities such as vaporization. Please be careful. While safety is one of many Enrichment Center goals, the Aperture Science high-energy pellet seen to the left of the chamber can and has caused permanent disabilities such as vaporization. Please be careful. Unbelievable. You
Subject name here.
must be the pride of.
Subject hometown here.
Warning devices are required on all mobile equipment. However, alarms and flashing hazard lights have been found to agitate the high-energy pellet and have therefore been disabled for your safety.
Okay, now we have Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is another one that's gray and washed out because I have HDR on. I don't fucking understand why OBS does that when I have it set on an HDR thing, but yeah. This one's full highest settings, like actual highest settings, not the highest preset, which, if you're gonna call it the highest, it's one thing calling a preset ultra and not having it at the highest. That's fine. But you call the preset highest, but it's literally not even the highest. That's. But anyway, unlike Rise of the Tomb Raider, this is one that I could actually override the DLSS, so it has DLAA, even though it said quality DLSS. It just has DLAA, because I override the DLSS. But this is full ultra settings, ray trace shadows, pure hair, all that stuff. I still remember one of the first times I ran a benchmark on this game. That guy shouting "hey" scared the shit out of me. I wasn't even actually playing. I was like, I don't even think I was paying attention since it was just a benchmark tool. I was like looking away. Hey, what? Okay, now we have the Oblivion remaster that came out earlier this year, which On my 4060 Ti, I could not for the life of me get to run at 60 FPS. It has multiple engines, but one of the engines is Unreal Engine 5. You also see I have hardware ray tracing on too, and that's on high. Quality DLSS and frame gen. But what was I going to say? Oh, it's on Unreal Engine 5. One of the engines is on Unreal Engine 5. So, it stutters a lot. But, I can get it above 60 FPS. With higher settings than I was even trying to do it on my 4060 Ti.
That the best you can do?
And I think this might be an effect of accidentally not running. I don't remember if this has HDR or not. This color might be from me accidentally recording it with the HDR game capture source I have and not the non-HDR one. But yeah, it also has a stuttering problem when you enter. There's a problem with the original game that I saw from Digital Foundry. Is when you enter the way they load different sectors, you get a big lag spike when you go to different sectors. But yeah, this is a game that honestly I've never played the original. The only Elder Scrolls game I played was Skyrim a little bit, and obviously, of course, I know that You're Finally Awake meme, because you don't have to play Skyrim to know. As long as you're a gamer, even if you've never played Skyrim, you know that joke. But I've never played it, and I don't know if I'm gonna play this on the channel. But this is something, obviously, I'm interested in because I bought it. But yeah. Now here we got The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, which is another grayed out thing because I have HDR and OBS is a bitch. But a lot less shit on the settings list. To do it up, have it on the Transformer model, I don't remember if when the game first came out and I did that stream, if it had the Transformer model. But I do have it now on full ultra settings with DLAA. And it only says custom because like I don't have depth of field and motion blur and shit on. But besides that, it's full ultra settings and it runs fine as long as it doesn't randomly crash for some reason. Said something about video memory, but it ran fine before I did this, and it crashed, and it ran fine after it crashed. So I don't know, but yeah.
We're not. Uh-huh. Hey, have a little faith.
What about those crazy cannibals you said you and Joel ran into? They came after you guys once. Maybe these WLFs are connected to them.
No. It didn't seem like the same group.
Maybe those black market smugglers back in Boston?
Do you not? Joel crossed a lot of people. I don't see the point in guessing.
Okay.
At least until we find out more information.
Ellie, cars.
Yeah, I'm getting close. Start keeping an eye out.
Got it.
Here we go.
Guess I was wrong. Turns out you do know where you're going. Sure seems quiet.
Yeah. Think about how well we hide our lookouts.
I know. That's what scares me.
set the QZ.
Yep. Watch the high spots.
Dina, hey, help me up here.
I'll keep an eye out. Just see if you can get the gate open from the other side.
Sounds good. I'm good! Just almost died. Where are these fuckers? Okay, how do I get you power? Okay, wonder when this was written. The Saravena base. That's something. Oh, that's a generator. Okay.
Ellie? Ellie! Over here!
Hey, everything okay? What was that sound?
I got that gate open. Gotta figure out this one now.
Well, we believe in you.
Thanks.
And now we have the semi-new Chronos: The New Dawn, which we got HDR, which actually for some reason doesn't look that bad here, unlike the other ones I did in HDR. But I got high settings with performance DLSS with ray tracing,
of those who will not speak.
and as you can see, it's not the best. It's close to 60 FPS at performance DLSS, but when I play it, I might turn on frame generation just for extra, just so it stays above 60. That's what I'm trying to say. If I play, did I say when I play it? If I said when, I meant if.
Your predecessor has ceased its functioning. It's time to awaken. Commencing standard cognitive abilities trial. Focus your attention. What do you see?
Animals fighting.
Again.
Rocks. Island.
Again.
Fire. Spreading.
Phase 2. Focus your attention. What is your purpose?
To bring them back.
The family maintains the well-being of its members and of society.
Mother.
A mother is the female parent to a child. Mother.
Child.
Phase 3. Time pressure. Focus your attention. Act solely on your instincts. Everyone's already in place. People.
Solitude.
Conflict will always be found in society. Conflict.
Conflict.
Eternity means the infinite time that never ends. Eternity.
Endless.
Dark.
Dark.
Trial completed. Welcome to the vocation, traveler. Your task is to find your predecessor, ND3500. Secure the anchor. Let our work continue. The collective grants you the of this relic. It is a ship blade EPH-611. May it serve you all free.
Such is our calling.
Such is our calling. Please step out of the sarcophagus to begin your task.
proceedings inside.
Okay, now we have Far Cry 6, which, if I remember correctly, on my 4060 Ti, I had it on high settings with HD textures and ray tracing. So, this is Ultra with HD textures. No FSR, just like 4060 Ti. I gotta look bad, but even if it is the same settings that I did run it. These are the same settings that I ran it with my 4060 Ti on. I do know that I'm pretty positive it ran better. I think, I don't know. I'm just pretty positive it ran better. Just using the benchmark tool, but pretty positive it ran better. And I'm also pretty positive I had it on high settings on my 4060 Ti, but maybe I'm wrong. Sorry. But yeah. Okay, now we have Mortal Kombat 1, which I have the ray tracing they added earlier this year, I think it was. 60 FPS limit, of course. DLAA, do experimental 60 FPS mode for menus and scenes and stuff instead of 3060. And I have it at ultra high. And I actually did, for someone that really sucks at Mortal Kombat, I actually did pretty good. Pretty good in this fight. And I even did my first animality, which is not what I went for. I don't know how I did the animality, but I did it. I went for the fatality move that I saw when I paused and looked at the fatality. And it did the animality for whatever reason. I don't know why, but yeah. Maybe it would have been a better idea to actually go to one of the places, one of the, what the fuck are they calling?
My orders from the Coven are clear.
Too bad your mission will fail.
Fighting arenas. That's one of the arenas that have ray tracing. Maybe the Hourglass does have ray tracing on it, but not something I know for sure. But maybe I should have did that, but it's fine either way. They run really well.
my sister.
Final round. Fight!
And now we have the Resident Evil 4 remake, which I have not full settings, because with all the settings I have, while I have it on high texture quality, it's on high 1 gigabyte. That's the highest I can have it without it using too much VRAM. But besides that, it's like high ray tracing, high hair strands, all the shit is at that level, at the highest level. Just 1 gigabyte on VRAM and not full anisotropic filtering. But yeah, it's just I can't put the texture quality any higher because I tried to put it at like, I think I had it like 2 or 3 gigabytes and it was stuttering a lot, so I had to drop it to 1. But the game still looks phenomenal, even with it at 1 gigabyte of texture quality.
There it is. Won't open.
Puedes correr, pero no te puedes esconder. ¿Dónde estás?
God damn. Present for you. Next.
Okay, now we have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which for some reason the audio didn't record for this or the next game that I benchmarked. So that's why I have the normal instrumental that you hear in my beginning my stream starting BRB scene and stream starting scene, BRB scene, and ending scene of my streams. The instrumental to Crip's YouTube segment. But yeah. That's why that's playing here, because I don't have the audio from the game for whatever reason. But besides that, I tested this. First I tried to test it at ultra or highest settings with quality DLSS. And that, honestly, it ran good at first, but it uses a lot of VRAM. And it started hitting that limit that I had. So I dropped it down to medium quality DLSS. That ran really well. Enough to the point where I tried medium with DLAA, which also worked well. Okay, so now we have Final Fantasy XVI, which I have on medium settings with performance DLSS 3, and I might have went a little conservative on either the settings or the DLSS. All I know for sure is I tried it at DLAA just because I had it on medium settings, and that didn't work out. So I dropped it to performance, just more safe than sorry. I've heard this game is kind of hard to run with all its effects. It's like intensive on like GPU or CPU intensive or something like that. Either way, it's kind of hard to run, so I went conservative with settings and DLSS. But when I did that, it ran pretty fine for the beginning. I don't know about later in the game. I didn't get to where the roll of like videos like Digital Foundry would do, where they're talking about it, like roll of some battles. I didn't get to that point. I want to play the game, but I don't want to spoil it. But just judging by the beginning area, which does have a lot of effects with that little battle right at the beginning. Can you tell I haven't played Final Fantasy that much? The things at the beginning, yeah, those have a pretty good showcasing effects for what I did in the benchmark. Okay, now we have another game for multi-frame generation, Alan Wake 2. The game that's notoriously pretty hard to run. You got a performance DLSS with 3S frame generation, not 2. Or not 4, I mean. Just because I don't really need it. I've got it on medium settings with medium ray tracing, which obviously is path tracing, which is very demanding.
You're the one who wanted to switch.
And I run it at over 100 FPS, which was very good to see, because I remember on previous graphics cards, my 4060, 4060 Ti, did I have my 3050 when this game first came out? Oh, right, I put it on to quality. Wait.
Take over the case.
I had it on performance first. I put it on quality, and it still runs really well.
Saga Anderson, I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know
Yeah,
my partner, Alex Casey.
I'm not doing the DLAs. You can see it goes up to 11 gigs of VRAM. But it's up to 11 gigs of VRAM.
I just figured that, you know,
but
federal agents right here, Thornton.
What was I saying?
My partner, Thornton.
I don't know if I had the game when I had my 3050.
He's not what you
I
call
might
the
have
sharpest
had my 4060. No, right. I upgraded to the 4060, and this is one of the games why I did. But anyway, it was really hard to get to 60 FPS, even with ray tracing off, and then running it at like 1080p. Even though I have a 1440p monitor, I could not get it to 60 FPS. So seeing this run with 100 FPS, even with it being frame generation, it is so awesome to see.
Inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night. Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Tell him I'm here, waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly. The mine place. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene. Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, Buffy's on me.
How much clearer can I make it, Mulligan?
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now he didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?